out. Maybe you were trying to short from here at this point when it pulled back in. Maybe you're trying to long from here. Maybe you caught it, maybe you didn't. It's not very clear. Whereas when you compare it to like here, right? Directional bias is clear. Just we want to buy, we want to buy, we want to buy, or at least the directional bias is clearly long. Don't necessarily have to trade it. Okay. Bearish IBOS. Okay. Now we clearly want to be looking for shorts from these strong highs, right? Structure is very, very clear. There's no if, buts, or maybes. We want to be shorting from this high, targeting the week low. Okay. This immediate price action, this is where I see a lot of inexperienced people unfortunately get caught out here. Look, I'm not having a go. It's understandable. Like we all get caught out in these environments where it can look a bit clear, and then sometimes it takes a little while before we realize actually we are just range bound. I'm just trying to make the point that this is a bit messy. So, well, what do you do? Well, this is where I say just wait for a little bit more. Okay. So if I play price forward a little bit to here, now I would say you've got a bit more going for the bullish scenario, right? Because if we look left, there's no unmitigated supply for us to be concerned about. Okay, there's just this wick. This is not an unmitigated pivot level of supply. We have taken liquidity here and we move to the upside. And you're starting to see now price just continuously making those higher highs and higher lows. I know we break that low there, but overall, we're starting to form much more bullish order flow. We've swept liquidity. There's no supply to the left. Overall, the reason why we can have a bit more confidence with trading the market ugly is because of where we're coming off. Remember, into the 4-hour demand, bullish change of character. We've mitigated this 4-hour demand. The path of least resistance is to the upside. The M15 internal and swing are aligned bullish. This immediate price action is very, very tricky to trade, so let me try and stay away. But now at this point, I'd be like, okay, maybe now I'm ready to get involved because it's looking a hell of a lot more bullish than bearish at this point, right? So if you want to look for a POI within this leg, this extreme POI is obviously mitigated, right? It's already had a movement in that pull back. Then we got this level here. Okay, that's kind of already had a mitigation. Arguably it's sufficient price action, but it's very nearby, so we can just adjust it to this level here, and we can look for price to get involved. So obviously, before we even jump down to the entry model, this is a little bit more messy than the other examples we've been looking at. But why now, if I'm happy to trade this directional bias from this POI, basically viewing this as just one strong leg, right? This broke this high. Why would I be thinking about LC1? Well, it's pretty much because I'm basically playing this internal of the internal range. I'm just looking at this leg of price action. I'm looking for price to come back in here and trying to capture a quick move. So you see, again, it's the common theme of it must be a tight range that you were looking at. I'm looking at this one leg, and I'm looking for price to come in. Because for my trade idea to be valid, really this low needs to hold, and we're expecting that move to go, okay? So obviously I can still wait for I'll be looking for LC2A as well. But if we get a liquidation of this lid into our POI mitigation, then that's what I'm going to be, looking to get involved with. So price pulls back, and now our alert will go off. Step 1, POI mitigation. Yes. Step 2, do we have a strong liquidation in the pullback? Well, did any of these lows break highs? No. That low didn't break a high. That low didn't break a high. So there's no strong liquidation in the pullback. Okay, but because it's a tight internal range, I'm allowed to look for lid to the left. Just take the nearest and most relevant one, right, to your POI mitigation. There's a liquidation of it. So there we go. You can enter above this liquidation candle here. Okay, 2 pip stop loss buffer takes us nicely behind the POI. Now, with this, not ideal that we can't get our target to the internal high. I do much prefer that, but you have to then ask yourself if you're happy to take it. Well, does it make sense? Do we expect price to go higher? Yes, because ultimately we're expecting price to take out this high. So it's up to you, whether you want to trade it. My best trades are when I can get the profit target here, because when we break that, obviously we're expecting a bit of a deeper pullback. So we want to be able to ride that out. But you'll find a lot of times, we've got everything aligned phase A. It's just going to keep going, and you can target past that internal high, right? We obviously have plenty of risk reward up towards the swing high there. What happens with the next candle? We have an inside bar, so we do nothing. We leave our order on. Now price pushes lower. Okay, so this one, it actually pushed lower. So it broke the low first, and then it went up. So the very, very second it breaks that low, you cancel your order, and then you wait. When this candle finishes printing, is the POI still respected? Yes, therefore the trade idea is still valid. Okay, so now we can enter on this candle. Now, another thing as well, this is when you can use a little bit of common sense. I mean, in this case, there's a few things here, right? The first thing I was going to say is perhaps you're not 100% sure on this trade idea because this is a little bit uglier. This is a little bit more aggressive, right? I totally see that. But when you see this happen, like nice, big, bullish, strong body candle closure like that, literally completely mitigated the extreme, within this zone, like really foot up every order. Like if this POI is gonna work out, it's gonna have to be this candle, right? We're not gonna come lower and go again because the POI would fail. That gives me even more confidence to get involved, right? If you already were not maybe umming and ahhing a little bit about getting involved. The second thing I was going to say, for the same reason, is that you might want to be a little bit more aggressive with your stop loss placement. Maybe you might go, well, we've literally tapped into the extreme of the POI, therefore I'll just give it a pip rather than thinking I need 2 pips. Okay, again, it's using a little bit of discretion, depends on how strict and super mechanical you want to be with always using the same pip buffer, because of course, price could do this, sweep the low and go, and you'll be in, but just something to think about. And there we go, right? There's a trade, it ends up playing out. It's a winner. So this for me is where you're trading the M15 a little bit uglier, but the reasons as to why I'd be happy to get involved is because everything else is kind of aligned and in favor of the trade, right? 4 hours bullish, like I said, we had the bullish drop. Very likely price is now going to target this high. Momentum strong overall. We came back into this 4 hour demand here. The reason as well why the market was a little bit choppy, as this was Thanksgiving price action, so US bank holiday, so it's understandable prices ranging. But then what we've seen coming into New York, we're starting to see that clear bullish order flow. Okay, we've got an immediate price action leg here. There's no supply left for really tough for price to contain price. Got a nice tight range, basically paying this internal leg, looking for a price to come in. Okay, maybe you're not 100% sure. All right, here you go. There's your lid. Nice big bullish retrace candle as well, in case you just wanted a little bit more. If I saw that, okay, I've got confidence now to take the trade. And there we go. So not the best trade in the world, but that'd be a phase A trade. Let me just see if I can flip this for a second. Okay, basically trading in either of these 2 phase A's here. And that would be that.